Be one of the first to own Transformers Age of Extinction, available now on iTunes. Check it out, iTunes Extras, and go behind the scenes for an exclusive in-depth look at the making of the movie. Here's a preview available only on iTunes Trailers.
The Dinobots have a long history in the Transformers lore. Once our artists here at ILM began to hear that the Dinobots would be in the movie, there was really a palpable excitement about it. They were really thrilled to start building them.
When we started in on the Dinobots, obviously we're starting with a lot of concept designs, pieces of artwork that we're trying to recreate inside the computer. As we were working on them, a lot of challenges came in. Chief among them was just the scale of them.
And they're huge, they're massive. We've actually made them bigger than what they were in the concept art, because when we first put Optimus Prime riding Grimlock, it was kind of silly looking, so we made the dinosaurs bigger. And in turn, since we made the dinosaurs bigger, we had to make their robot forms bigger when they were barbarian.
This is Wulong in China, mainland China. So one great thing about this is it's a huge environment, so a large animated character can fit quite well. A disadvantage is, what are your scale indicators? If you have a person in the shot, and we have none, that'll tell you how big one of these guys is. Human scale versus the size of the Dinobot. But trees and plants and things like that, we're going to utilize that as much as possible so that the audience knows how big these things are. I think we've established in previous films how big Optimus is. So we generally know he's 20-something feet. But as you can see, you look at a great big stone wall in the background, and you have something large in front. You don't really know how big that is. So that's a challenge.
Another one of the responsibilities we had was to convey a sense of weight and massive presence of these Dinobots, especially when Optimus Prime slugged Grimlock. He went flying through the air and sent up a wall of dirt. And it was that CG dirt that made Grimlock feel really heavy.
With a Transformers movie, from the very beginning, we're looking for real visual moments that are going to feel new and fresh with these unbelievable characters that are in this unbelievable world. Early on, we talked about kind of a Western motif and the idea of a cavalry charge for the end of the movie. But a cavalry charge that you'd never seen before in any movie ever.
It's just like you'd see something that was shot in Monument Valley, where John Wayne would be on the horse galloping along, and you've got the camera following him and the horse head. Well, now we've got Grimlock, the dinosaur head, with Optimus Prime riding along, and it's like classic Western shots, only it's a robot on a dinosaur.
And when you do put them in an environment like a city, how they interact with that environment is a lot different than just the normal Transformers, just by their sheer size. So all of a sudden now you have tails going through sides of buildings. They're running down the street, and with their claws we're being asked to kind of crack up the concrete and help meld them into that environment a little bit more versus, you know, a typical Autobot running down the street might not destroy or crack up or pulverize the environment that they're in.
You know, one challenge is also to, in the heat of a heavy action sequence, is in a quick shot to read the story and be able to tell who is who, basically. For that reason, each of the Dinobots has a little bit of a different tint or hue in their base metals that make it easy to really read in just a quick cut.